some quick context for why this document exists on the court docket. Laura Loomer is suing Bill Maher for basically saying she might have been sleeping with Trump, and Laura Loomer is claiming that tanked her chances at a White House job. That is what the lawsuit is about. Now, this particular filing, plaintiff objects to Magistrate Judge Philip R. Layman's protective order. And as you can see, it's 228 pages. I have a particular page we want to look at because things go off the rails because they include Laura Loomer's deposition. So I'm just going to read to you the question and answers as they are given in this document. Exhibit 30. She was upset. She was jealous. Exhibit 30 is your response to her. Can you read that out loud to me? Hey, Marjorie, remember when you destroyed your family so you could have sex with a Zangief cosplayer? Tell me again how you and the Arby's in your pants. Yeah, that was widely reported. I mean, that's why she got divorced, and that divorce records. No, read the tweet. Are representatives of the GOP. You couldn't even run your own family. Don't tell me how to run my free speech. Okay, so when you, and she replies, but you're not showing the screenshot. It's like intentionally blurred out. I don't know why you blurred it out, but it showed a document where somebody who she had an affair with showed text messages of her having an affair, and it was well documented. It was in text messages. And it's the reason why she ended up getting divorced from her husband, Perry, who I know, because when at the time, during my campaign, they were married, and they came to my event, and that's well known. And she even admitted to it that they got divorced because of her marital infidelity. So, question. Right, can you explain to me what it means? But I don't understand why you blurred it out. It's blurred out. Can you explain? And Mr. Clayman, which I'm assuming is Laura Loomer's attorney in this situation, objection, relevancy. Question. Can you explain to me what it means to say to her that the Arby's in her pants? Well, Arby's, again, there's an objection, relevancy. Answer the question. Arby's sells roast beef. Right. Can you tell me why were you talking about the Arby's in her pants? Well, it's just an expression. What is the expression trying to convey? It conveys the reason why she got a divorce by her own admission. Because she had roast beef in her pants. Yes. She'd put roast beef in her pants. That's what you're trying to say there. You're literally saying she put Arby's in her pants. And the answer is, I'm saying she literally, it's so ridiculous. I'm saying she literally put Arby's in her pants. Yes. Again, we have objection, relevancy. And here we go. Question. You're not making a slur about her? No. You're literally saying she put an Arby's sandwich in her pants. Is that right? Yes, that's correct. That's correct. Why are you laughing? Because I just think it's so funny. What is your basis for saying she put Arby's in her pants? I just think it's so funny. I just think it's so funny. What is your basis for saying she put Arby's in her pants? She carries roast beef in her pockets. Question. What is your basis for saying she puts roast beef in her pockets and in her pants? Objection. Relevancy. Harassment. The witness. Because I know she likes roast beef. So what is your basis for saying she had Arby's in her pants? Because I know she likes to eat at Arby's. And she likes to put it in her pants? You know that? Yeah. She puts Arby's in her pants. Yeah, she does. Okay. If I ask Marjorie Taylor Greene, she would tell me that she puts Arby's in her pants. It's my best belief that she would tell you that yes. Are you making a derogatory comment about her sex life by talking about Arby's in her pants. No, I'm talking about Arby's, the sandwiches. I'm talking about Arby's. I'm a very direct person. If I was making a derogatory comment, I would have said it. I just think it's so funny because I feel like you would understand it if you actually had it blurred the photo, but it's blurred. Question is, we didn't blur a photo. There may have been some kind of copy editor, but we'll get you a better copy of it if that's right. Okay? My understanding is that we don't, and now we have an interjection. All right, let's take a break. Actually, I'd like to finish this line of questioning. The witness, I just think it's so funny. Well, you can finish this exhibit. Go ahead. I mean, I'd like to finish. If you'd like to deal more with Arby's, No, I have a couple more questions I'd like to ask in this line. Where's the meat? So Lindsey Graham also, it's in her pants. Lindsey Graham also called you toxic around the time you were at the debate. And yeah, right? Yeah, that's true. Okay, and you responded to him on Twitter, right? Yeah, I called him gay. I think that's a nice place to leave off here. Just so you know, this is ongoing, and this is in the plaintiff's objection, right? The plaintiff is Laura Loomer. Laura Loomer's side chose to include that. And yeah, just a lot here. It's a lot here. Hundreds of pages, and this is something I haven't covered before, and there's a lot more. If you're interested, there are now articles covering it, because how do you not mention that whole Arby's segment? It is absolutely wild that this is being said, and that she's claiming literal Arby's in her pants. And I did look, and nowhere in this do they include the supposed photo that explains it, how it's not a derogatory statement and it is a literal sandwich. Just putting that out there. As far as I can find, I don't see it in this. I don't even know what they're referencing, but it's impossible to find, because if you go on social media and I try to look up Arby's, I just find people talking about this. This is now the topic.